The second set is going to be played on Bel'Shir Vestige. Spawning in the top left-hand position, God himself. From playing for KT Rolster, his name is Flash.
His opponent spawns in the right bottom position as Red Protoss, playing for STX Seoul and also qualified for MOG. His name is Deer.
So Deer showing some pretty cool results outside of Pro League recently with the MLG qualifier. We'll see if that can be a continuing trend for him. He does have the STX Soul face as well.
Yeah. Now Flash, he loves to play greedy, but when he doesn't play greedy, he goes really cheesy. So we haven't seen that much cheesy play from Flash lately.
Yeah,
I have to say.
I don't know, maybe he's just not as comfortable with it. The players have gotten so good at blocking cheese in StarCraft2 as far as Pro League goes. I mean, everyone always scouts for the proxies. Occasionally it will work. We did see, I believe it was.
I actually expect players to start going for proxies once again when the players...
John B.
Well, that too, but when players start skipping out on the scouting probes a little bit more, because there was a time in Brood War where people scouted for proxies every single time, and then they started to play greedy as possible.
Yeah.
And that's when the players can go for a cheese and make it work. For example, like you said, John beat earlier today against Rain.
You missed it, man. Flash just downed some of his Picari sweat in the middle of the game.
I'm not surprised. You know, he still has it in his mouth. He still needs to chuck it down. And is he almost done?
We don't need to commentate on if Flash drinks Picari sweat and like how long it's going to take him to swallow it, man. It's like, all right, Flash swigging a little bit of the Picari sweat in between his cheeks. Is he going to swallow the Picari sweat? Yes! He indeed swallows the Picari sweat. GG.
Yeah, I also like the fact that Deer is hiding the probe over there. He's going to see when the command center goes down at the natural.
Oh,
well, never mind. Never mind. There's a pylon over here. Usually players hide the pylon probe over there to see when the command center goes down, but today Deer is preparing something different. Now, Flash, he's going for SCV scout. He's going to know that there's a pylon missing inside the main base of Deer. Now, here's the thing. If Flash notices, is he going to expect a proxy in a different location? Because this is such an obvious location from Deer, and Flash, after, I don't know if he scouted completely inside the main base to see how many pylons there are, because he's going for the eBay block, and we did see some matches from Flash where he lost to this, and that's only on mining. Don't get too excited just right now.
I was like,
is he gonna scout around? No, he's not gonna scout around. Kaboom!
Instantly cancels the command center after seeing that proxy, sending the SCV, and now the Marine out. Second pylon, it gets constructed.
Deer really wants to make this work.
Well, I mean, it was so obvious that it was just scouted accidentally. That's how obvious it was.
Well, look at this. Flash actually wants the units from coming out. In fact, even pulling some of the SCBs, I think it might be a better idea to finish the eBay at the natural so that he could start building turrets inside the main base.
He actually, yeah, he could try to do that, but the units are getting
so close right now.
It looks like the Oracle will pop out of here. The bunker will complete, and there's not going to be anything to really defend at home here. A Stalker even joining the main base. Oh no!
That's 4 Marines right there, and 1 Oracle can fight 4 Marines. Remember that.
Yeah, and the Stalker as well going to be able to do a lot of additional damage. The turret needs to finish in the main base, but Flash desperately low on SCVs. 17-21 cancels the missile turret as well, and now the Reaper trying to fight against the Stalker with the help of some SCVs and the single lone Marine there.
Really nice build. He wanted to make this work, and he made it work, as he's going to get a natural Nexus right behind this as soon as the eBay is down. But if you look at the probe count to the SCV count, 22 probes to 17 SCVs, and the fact that the Oracle is still alive and well is a pressure to Flash.
Flash will fall slightly behind to his opponent, and also this means that his tech is going to be behind. The expansion will start a little bit before his opponent here, but the problem is the Oracle. They can come in whenever and just start wrecking havoc again.
Yeah, 18 SCVs to 23. eBay Not even a cancel. Flash is so shaken right now from the early Oracle that he couldn't even pay attention to save the eBay.
Yeah, Flash also overall has lost.
Oh, Oracle killing more Marines.
Uh-oh, and the turret was canceled as well. Gonna pick off more units here. The Marines scaring away that Oracle, but that's up to 16 kills. The worker count 18 to 24. Deer with a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, and cutting the turret over there was not the best decision as he loses more SCVs behind the 25 versus 19 SCVs right now.
I guess he didn't really count on that Oracle being too useful later on, but looks like Deer was able to prove Flash wrong there.
And because, I mean, this wasn't a complete all-in from Deer. He just wanted to make a really fast Oracle and expand behind it. Of course, there was an eBay at the natural, which means that the Nexus went up really later.
Okay, there we go. Pylon scouted.
Yeah, Pylon scouted. But Deer can put a heavy pressure on Flash, and Flash, even if he wants to SCV up heavily, he needs to make some Marines behind it because he lost tons of Marines to the Oracle.
Let's not forget Deer. He's up to 3 gateways. He can continue harassing with this Oracle. He may just go for a bust. I think that he's just going to try to go for a bust. And he's got 4 sentries. He can completely prevent the bunker from getting repaired. And Flash, I think he needs to lift off to the high ground. He needs to build an additional bunker. He's pulling. He's making another one right now. But the problem is, I don't think he's going to have enough time.
The Oracle needs to stay alive because he's just trying to apply pressure at the natural, saying, Flash, I need you to pull the SCVs right now because I don't want you mining from 2 bases right now with all of your SCVs.
I know they're... Okay, here we go. Here are the reinforcements from Deer. I think that this attack may be too hard for Flash to stop here, but if the second bunker completes, it may end up working here. The Oracle gets defeated here. Picked off.
The second bunker is finished, but nice force fields go down, preventing the repair. The first bunker is going to fall shortly, but can he get the second bunker?
Let's not forget Stim now completed. +1 almost done. More force fields are going down, and an additional Stalkers reinforcing as well. The Guardian Shield helping out so much. But Flash, can he defend here? It looks like yes. Somehow he has managed to push away the army of Deer.
But remember, it's not like he lost so many probes behind it. It's not like Deer went for this as a complete all-in. He could build more gateways behind this, and he is so far ahead in economy right now. Look at the supply, 62 to 40 of Flash.
You know, Flash did scout the additional gateways here being constructed. I think that the only way I could see Flash defending the follow-up is if he had siege tanks potentially, or he gets like 6 bunkers.
Well, he has no tech. That's the problem.
That's the biggest issue here. He's going to have at least the +1 attack and Stim completed, but he needs a crap ton of bunkers.
And I like this. Deer are keeping constant pressure, but he's looking forward into the game. If the bust works out, great. He wins the game, and he gets a GG from Flash. If not, then Deer has something to fall back to. 40 to 25 SCVs right now. He's taking an early third Nexus right now, 11 minutes into the game between the 2 players, and Flash cannot punish it. He doesn't even have the Medivacs out.
Also, the Reaper gets picked off here by the Sentry and Mothership Core. Twilight Council about to finish. We could even see some DTs come out here.
We could see DTs. Now, Flash is going to move out on the map. That's a lot of Marines. There is Stim, but no Medivacs. Remember that, which means that if the Marines get caught by the force field and if Deer has enough units, then Flash's army, toast, gone. Poof.
And so Deer, it looks like he had the opportunity, I feel, to go for a second bust there and potentially make it worth his while, but instead opting to play it a lot safer. He's getting another expansion up. He's already up to 6 gateways. Oh my.
This is really uncharacteristic of Flash. He's been shaken a lot throughout the whole game.
Well, it got fixed there.
Yeah, it did get fixed, but eBay cancel, not on time. The SCVs were rallied to the SCV instead of the mineral patch. Well,
he's not used to playing in this kind of scenario here. He's really far behind, unfortunately, right now. And he's down in SCVs. The Stargate is just still chilling there.
Free scouting.
Yeah, free scouting. Not much scouting, but a little bit at least. The Flash are taking a little bit of map control here. The problem is, I don't think he's even started the 3rd command center, and if a Protoss player is ahead of Terran in economy, then the Terran player generally just does not win no matter what.
Yeah. Now the blink is almost finished right now. +1 armor is on the way as 2 more gateways are being added in.
Indeed.
So I have to say Deer is playing a little bit too safe right now. He could have gone for the charge first instead of blink, in my opinion, because blink usually means that Protoss player wants to defend against the medevac drops. especially in PvT, but also he could blink inside the main base and deal a lot of harassment, or use a blink micro to overpower his opponent.
No, he does have a lot more Stalkers and Zalts right now, and I think that's from back when Deer was considering going for a second attack, but I guess decided against it. So, I mean, if he's got more of one unit, why not?
Yeah.
I do have the Templar Archives on the way, though, from Deer. So he's going to get that, and he's getting the charge anyway after this. The +1 armor just about to complete for him. He'll probably go for the +2 armor afterwards. There it goes, up instantly. Flash starting to macro back up a little bit.
That's a lot of units over there.
The forward blink here. Actually, that blink was not so good.
Yeah, and it's better for Deer to eat up some units here and then just fall back. If he overextends, we can see Flash use the micro, but that's perfect force field. So Deer, he's just going to eat away some of the units, but he's losing a lot of units. Flash
is actually being incredibly cost efficient. Deer overextending. The supplies now starting to even out these additional Zealots here. Flash can just kite them away, but the control from Flash excellent. Deer a little bit over confident. Flash accidentally killing off one of his units there, but he's going to be able to finish off the rest of these Zealots.
This is so much better for Deer. Yes, he does have the economy to back it up, but Flash, he should have lost the engagement. What was supposed to happen is Deer waiting for the units to push up, force field some of them, eat some of the units alive, and then just scare away his opponent instead of just trying to force the engagement over there.
Flash is not out of this game yet. He will not give up. And he's going to try to potentially maybe go for some drops or just head straight forward.
Now the situation is still good for Deer as he has 3 bases up, and Flash, even if he won the engagement, he didn't deal severe economic damage behind this.
He dealt no economic damage actually, so...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I guess that's a better way to put it.
Yeah. Flash, he needs to, I think the best way for him to get back in the game would be destroy the +2 upgrade, which is actually about to complete already. You know, he needs to go for some type of tech structure, or he needs to deal with this 3rd base over here. And the problem is Deer, he is just adding a crap ton of gateways out into his army composition, building composition, making more and more units here. He's getting a 2nd Forge, going for the +1 attack now after getting that +2 armor. He has Storm as well. So, Zealot even delaying this expansion slightly as well. Nothing at home for Flash to deal with that single Zealot.
And Flash does not know about the 3rd base. He finally scouts with a few units over there, so now he knows that his opponent went for early 3rd base behind this.
I'd say that if the supplies were flipped around right now, Flash would be in a better position, but that's not the case. And Flash, he is making that into an orbital, though, so it shows that he's not really afraid of losing that 3rd base to a timing.
And remember, Protoss player being ahead in the supply 17 minutes into the game, that's not good news for Terran players.
Terrible news, actually. And also Flash not realizing that his opponent went for the Templar tech. He's getting the Ghost Academy, and he's not going to have the Ghosts in time, I feel, for this attack. We have Deer. He's moving across the map. He'll be able to rebuild a few more proxy pylons. He's going for the +3 armor, the +1 attack about to finish here for him. Flash getting some Hellbats in the mix, though, and the supplies are starting to even out now.
Now it still depends on Deer's micro, as Flash is going to force the engagement in the middle of the map.
It is. Storm goes down, doesn't really hit too much, though.
But nice second Storm gets a lot of units over there by Deer. He needs to learn from his mistakes. He needs to make sure he doesn't overextend over here.
The positioning really good for Flash. Oh, that Storm hits a lot of units. So the second one doing... Oh, the 3rd Storms. Those additional Storms doing a crap ton of damage, but the macro and micro from Flash still really good. He's going to move forward here, lose a few more units to the Storm, but he picks off the rest of the High Templar, and the Stalkers, they're going to melt like flies to the Marauders.
Yeah, well, there's a warping on a lot of Zealots. Those 4 Zealots are just playing around in the back, but it doesn't matter as Deer, he still has phenomenal economy behind you. He's getting a Robo, 2 Robos.
Double Robo all the way. Now, the double Robo switch may be the actual thing that kills Flash here, but I mean, that engagement, Flash handled it really well, despite being kind of backed against the wall. He did the best that he could with the scenario, and... Oh, actually, this could be really good for Flash if he can pick off the Archons, but I don't think that's going to be able to happen.
I think the best play for Deer right now is just to fall back and defend 3 bases at once, possibly at the 4th base, using some cannons and High Templars over here. Yeah, and while just buying enough time to get the Colossus out. Flash, if he loses all the units over here, nice Storm's going down once again, and Time Warp.
Those Time Warps as their Storm to deal with that. Flash can't utilize his micro in the Time Warps, and I think that Deer is just going to press forward and obliterate the rest of Flash's army here. Supplies now falling rapidly for the Terran player as Deer continues to press forward with the more charge lots. He has the +3 armor, I believe, as well as the +1 attack. The Archons. GG is called. Flash defeated by Deer in set 2. What is going on here? STX Soul on a rampage.
That was really nice calculated build by Deer, and it worked out. He even knew that the partner was going to get taken out, so he built a second one just to make sure that the Oracle can finish. And Flash also made a little mistake. He should have ran to the bunker with the 4 Marines, but instead fought the single Oracle, and that was a mistake. Deer, having a nice build, takes an early advantage and carries it out throughout the whole game as Flash is taken out in set number 2.
You could tell his mentality was shaken after that, which is very uncharacteristic of Flash. You can almost never do that to him.
No cancel on the eBay, and also SCVs rally to the SCVs.
Indeed. So the score is currently 0-2. STX Soul in the lead. The next match is going to be Puzzle vs. Classic of PvP. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this commercial break.